So then guys, great news, we have all the latest leaks on the new iPhone Fold or the iPhone Ultra, whatever you want to call it, that is planned to come out in 2026. So that's right, if you're disappointed with the iPhone 17 models and the iPhone Air, the great news is the next generation or the next item or next product for the iPhone family is coming along next year, and that is the iPhone Fold. And today I want to go over 10 different leaks and features that we've heard about for this next new iPhone. So first of all, let's talk about number one, and that's all to do with the design. And that is that the new design is going to be very similar to, say, a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold, or let's say an Honor Magic V kind of series, or let's say it's very similar to the Google Pixel kind of phones out there. So this means that the phone actually opens up like a book. So you have a screen on the outside and then have a large screen on the inside. Now this is great news to hear, because obviously having a bigger screen on the inside, you can utilize the space to do so many different things, including multitasking too. So this is the first thing I want to talk about. This is the actual design, and that is what we're going to be getting there. Now the second big leak that you want to hear about, and that is all to do with the actual screen size. So on the actual outside of the screen, we've been told it's actually going to be a 5.5-inch screen, and what that actually means is that it's very similar to the size that we used to have on, like, say, the Plus models of when we used to have, say, the iPhone 6, you know, the 6S, the 7 and the 8. You remember them? They had a 5.5-inch display, and this looks like this is what we're going to get. And then on the inside, we've been told we're going to get a 7.8-inch display. Now, if you know your history, you will know that the iPad mini, the first generation, all the way up to the generation for I think it was the iPad mini 7 or something like that, whatever it was. But whatever it was, the point was that that was a 7.9-inch display. And essentially what we're going to be getting there is a 7.8-inch display. But personally, I do think that this new kind of fold phone is going to be a bit like a wallet kind of design. It's probably not going to be as long as like what we've got here with, say, a Samsung, Z Fold kind of design. It's probably going to be like the original kind of Pixel. So the first kind of Pixel Fold phone that we used to have, that kind of sort of aspect ratio. This looks like something that Apple could be looking to do, and what it could actually be like for the actual screen sizing of the front and on the inside. Now, for number three, something what you might also be concerned about, and that's all to do with that hinge. So obviously, previous kind of foldable phones out there, the hinge has been horrible on these phones. You can actually see a massive crease when you fold your phone and open it up again. Also, you can feel it with your finger. And obviously, this is a technology that has improved so much over the last sort of 7 or 8 years or something like this, and it's got so much better. And this is why I think Apple are finally joining the party. You might be saying in the comments that, Apple are late to the party here, always copying everybody else. But this, I believe, is the Apple way. That they wanted it perfect first. They didn't want to have creases in their display. They want it to look absolutely amazing. And supposedly Apple have worked out a way to create, as it were, a liquid metal hinge that doesn't give you a crease in your display, and then also at the same time you don't feel that kind of ridge or that bump when you run your finger over the middle, or you won't feel it that much. And this is amazing news to hear, that you will get this in your foldable iPhone. But then for the fourth big leak we've heard about, and that is, it's all to do with Touch ID. It looks like Touch ID could be coming back to the iPhone. So that's right, we might not even have Face ID on this phone. And this kind of makes sense, because obviously when you open up that phone completely open, and obviously if you were to do a transaction or were to do anything that required you to authenticate yourself, you can imagine we don't really want a dynamic island, on that display. So what's the best solution? To bring back Touch ID, and that Touch ID is probably very similar to like we have on the iPad mini and the iPad Air right now. So it looks like this is also coming back to the iPhone, what is fantastic news to hear. But then for the fifth big upgrade we've heard about, and that is all to do with cameras, and we're expecting to get 4 cameras with it. We're expecting to get a camera on the very front of this phone. Remember, it will be just like a single hole punch because of that Touch ID. And then when you open it up like a book, there will be another hole punch inside to give you that other camera in there, but then on the rear of this phone, most likely you will only get 2 cameras. This will probably be a fusion camera again, or combined of 2 different kind of fusion cameras. So what we're talking about here is that we're probably going to get that ultra wide, and we're probably also going to get that wide camera as well put on the rear of this phone. It's probably not going to get a telephoto one, we can go up to like 8x zoom capability, or give you the illusion of optical 8x zoom. You get the idea. It's not going to have that. It'll probably only have, say, the 2 times. But this is the point. This phone is not designed to actually have those kind of capabilities. If you want a phone to actually have those kind of pro kind of video capabilities, that is what a Pro Max phone is for, or a Pro phone is for. And that's hence why this phone is not going to be called a Pro. It's probably going to be called the Fold or the Ultra, because it is for a different type of audience out there. But just quickly, guys, something what is amazing, what you could get your hands on very soon, is the giveaway we're doing on this channel for this right here. That's right, I'm giving away an iPad Pro M4 13-inch at the end of September time. It's just a few weeks away when I'm giving this away. And the great thing is that you can enter into this giveaway still now. But let me just tell you a little bit more about this iPad Pro. Like I said, it's the M4 and it's also a 13-inch iPad Pro. But the cool thing is, this is the 1 terabyte version of the iPad Pro. So this means you've got 16 gigabytes of RAM, and you've also got inside of this, as I like to call it, the full fat M4. So I'm talking about the total of 10 core CPU and the 10 core GPU inside of this. Plus also it's a cellular version too, going out to 1 lucky subscriber. And all you have to do to enter in is just do 2 things. The first thing is just put down in the comments below of what technology gear you're hoping to get in 2025. Maybe it's going to be a new iPhone, maybe it's going to be a new iPad, maybe it's going to be something else completely different, nothing to do with Apple related. Well, whatever it is, just put it down into the comments below. Now, the second thing that I want to tell you about is that you need to keep an eye out on my channel for a video that's coming out near the end of September time, where I'll be giving you even more details about the giveaway. And in this, there'll be a form to fill in as well in this video, and also I'll be telling you when I'll do the live stream for the giveaway. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. And plus, you want to be a subscriber too, because obviously I'm giving this away to 1 lucky subscriber. The last thing I just want to quickly say to you guys is sadly there are still lots of scammers and spammers out there. People telling you to Instagram, Telegram, WhatsApp message. Ignore these people completely, or better see right here, please do report them. But then, moving on for this then, for the 6th big upgrade, and this one's kind of a given how thin this phone is going to be, and that is most likely it's going to have the C1X chip put inside of it. This is the same chip which just got introduced to the iPhone Air, and this is going to be actually helping out this phone a lot with battery life. There is the possibility we may even have to say the C2X by that point. So you never know, it might be the next generation. But obviously, you know, this new C1X gives us Wi-Fi 7, it gives us 5G capability. You know, we also got that N1 for that Wi-Fi 7, sorry, but we've also got that for 5G, and then also we've got Bluetooth 6 as well. You get the idea here. Really, unless technology gets pushed out even further, I can't see Apple updating that C1X to a C2X anytime soon, in my honest opinion there. But the good news is that chip is probably going to be coming inside of this new foldable iPhone. So moving on from this then, for the 7th big upgrade we've heard about, and that is the possibility that we could finally get carbon lithium batteries put inside of this foldable phone. I think that the iPhone Air was a great kind of prototype to prove that they could make a thin phone. Apple could do that. Now I think this new iPhone Fold, personally, what I believe they're going to do is probably make the phone slightly thinner again. Maybe they might make it, say, 5mm thick, or maybe say even something like about like 4.8mm thick when it's completely opened up. So you get the idea here. Having, you know, some better batteries inside of this is really going to help out. So carbon lithium batteries, a lot of other foldable phones have them out there. For example, the Honor Magic V5 has this, the Oppo N5 has them. They are fantastic batteries out there, and it is the way forward. And maybe Apple will probably be adapting this into their foldable phone for the first time. So this is also great news to hear. But then moving on for this then, for the 8th big leak we've heard about, and that is to do with colors. Now, obviously we just had the bold new orange and the new blue color introduced for the Pro models, but I think this color is going to be exclusive to the Pro. And the reason behind that is we've heard that we're probably just going to be getting a black or a white color for these foldable phones that are going to come out from Apple. So don't expect big exotic colors, at least on the first generation. Maybe a few generations down the line, it might change, but looking likely at the moment, it is going to be black and white. So moving on from this then, for the 9th big leak we've heard about, and that's all to do with pricing. Now, with the price of this new iPhone, it's expected to start at around about $1,800 US, what is a lot, but potentially we could get 512 gigabytes of storage with that too, paired up with this iPhone, because obviously all that multitasking capability and everything, it might be included in that. It could still be 256, we'll just have to wait and see. But to be honest though, compared to say the Google Pixel kind of fold, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold as well, this is very competitive. It's very similar kind of pricing to what they sell. We were not expecting that this new, foldable phone is going to cost, say, around about $100 more than a Pro Max, because that was just never going to happen. We are talking a brand new phone built from the ground up, brand new technologies, dual screen. You get the idea, a lot of work in this, so that is why that price point is probably going to be quite high like that, and it could even push out even into the $2,000 and plus if you do select, say, the 1 terabyte and the 2 terabyte. Do remember the 17 Pro Max right now costs $2,000 for the 2 terabyte option. So yeah, there is definitely potential there that it is going to cost quite a lot of money for it, especially if you scale up the storage. But then finally, the release time for this new phone. When is it coming out? Well, at the moment, we've been told that this new iPhone is going to be coming out September 2026, alongside just the Pro phones of the iPhone. So the likes of the iPhone 18 Pro and also the iPhone 18 Pro Max. That is the time it's going to be coming out. And we've been told that the normal 18 and the 18e and also the iPhone Air 2 by that point is probably going to even be pushed out till March 2027. So we'll just have to wait and see if that actually does happen. But we have heard leaks that that is the potential, what is going to be happening in the future. But really guys, that is the latest and greatest we have on the iPhone Fold. Are you excited for it? Are you going to be waiting another year to get your hands on it? Well, let me know in the comments below. And with that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up the video too. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. As always, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.